What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment back again. You should have hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content, all of my videos. I apologize, y'all. Got the sniffles a little bit, but nevertheless, still fighting. I am nothing without you, without any of you. I appreciate all of the love and all of the support, everybody. With that being said, let's get into this thing, okay? Now, and had his spill on the whole Ben Simmons drama. Uh, he hadn't he hadn't said anything about it ever since the press conference had taken place, and basically what he was saying is that he did not want to he didn't want to get involved in all of the front office stuff. He said, "quote It's all posturing. That's why you haven't heard me. I don't get involved in all that stuff. I'll leave that up to the front office and Ben's camp. I'm staying out of that. But listen, some of this stuff I laugh at and I feel bad. I think Ben's a good kid. I want him to do well." And then he continued on. He said, "We need people to tell us the truth. Unfortunately, as a coach in the NBA, I have to do it a lot. I I've accepted it as a coach over the years. Some handle it well, some don't. Look, right now, okay, he responded, everybody's like, it's about time and everything like that. But really, I mean, it really don't matter now. You 19 million dollars late and 360K per game counting. Um, and then on top of that, 12 games above 500, MVP level. Joel Embiid is playing that. Tyrese Maxey is coming, is starting to blossom as a point guard. You really didn't even need to say shit. That's just my personal opinion. Look, Ben Simmons is holding the grudge. We all know why. He's holding the grudge for several reasons. For one, he's upset at what Joel Embiid has said about him in the press conference. Also, he's upset. He's upset in the fact that Doc Rivers, he's upset in the fact that Doc Rivers has said what he said, and then also about him being benched and all of that other stuff. This is nothing but Ben Simmons' inability to handle tough situations in which he's actually brought it on himself. Look, now on one end, there's some blame that could be put on Doc because Doc, we would play good in the first half. We would pretty much play real stagnant and poorly, and lose sight of what we're doing in the second half. And actually, that happened not only in the games, that would happen in the season because we would lose our momentum. Just go back and look at the game. We would be up. You know, it's been a lot of games in which we would be up, and next thing you know, we let them back into the game. What's up, Jay Steve? I see you in the building. Um, I'm a Sixers fan, but I don't have Joel Embiid as as my MVP. Okay. I like Joel, but you know you're getting your buckets and all of this other stuff. You know, against mediocre teams. 50 in 27 minutes against Orlando. Hey, Jay Steves, me and you could get out there and at least put up 15 in Orlando. And I'm not taking. Look, the thing about it, Joel Embiid is, let's see this in the playoffs. You see, people get mad at me when I talk about Tyrese Maxey and how much of a natural leader he is. Those type of qualities, like when you see the way you see Maxey play and the way you see John Morant play, like like hey, I'm the young lion, I'm hungry type of mentality. I'm willing to step up. That's the MVP type of mentality. It's also about being a leader too. Um, Joke, that's the MVP candidate right now. I have him above Joel Embiid. Yes, I do, and the reason why is because look at the cards that Jokic have been dealt with. He's playing with arguably two of the best players on the team besides him. He's playing without MPJ, Michael Porter Jr., and also he's playing without Jamal Murray, who there's no timetable on set for him set to come back, and he's still maintaining that team and that squad and still winning, and his points are impactful. Still able to handle the rock, still able to get people involved, and also get his too. All right, John Morant, I have him above Joel Embiid. John Morant has been sensational, even though my Tyrese Maxey, he did his thing last night against him and everything. John Morant has been sensational, and he's been able to do it uh, even with them, being shorthanded without having Dylan Brooks. Now he does have a team. He does have a good supporting cast. John Morant does, but let's not forget, you know, John Morant was even before he had got hurt. John Morant was at the MVP level, and John Morant is going into he's beating the top upper echelon teams. He's going to go to state and winning. You understand what I'm saying? He's playing against some of these great teams, these juggernauts, and he's getting it done, not making any excuses. And also, he doesn't need to score 30 and 40 and all that other stuff. He can get you 16 and also get you 9 or 10 assists. But Joel, I have him maybe third or fourth. I don't have him as the top right now. A lot of people do. Like the homie Tiki, he got Joel Embiid as the MVP. I don't have him as the MVP. Now I did change so far my coach of the year. I had Monty Williams at first, but now I had to go back and I had to look at the job that Bickerstaff has been doing, and I changed that. Um, his weakness on offense is, you know, Joel has a tendency. Joel has a tendency to step out just a little bit too much when it's not needed. Look, when you keep going in, you keep going in, you keep going in, you keep pounding them, you keep pounding them, you keep going at them. But sometimes he has a tendency to step out. Also, he still needs to, like last night, if you really look at our team, we're running up and down. We're running, 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 running. Uh, Joel, sometimes the team has to catch up to his pace sometimes, and he has a tendency to be a ball stopper. And look, you're talking to a guy that likes Joel. I criticize him, to the T, but he's gonna have to show this in the playoffs. Scoring 40 or 50 in the regular season, yeah, that's all great. But can you get that? Can you do that in the playoffs? Other than that, that MVP, that's not gonna really mean anything. That's why Giannis gets criticized a lot. Now, to get back on the situation though, Ben Simmons, man, as talented as he is, he's a diva, and he's not strong-minded. Um, Doc Rivers, he's a strong-minded individual. He's not the best X's and O's coach in the world, but he's a motivator, and he brings the best out of our players. But Doc has consistently came up short, season after season, and it's his inability to make poor adjustments. That's the only thing that I'll give Ben Simmons in this situation. Other than that, Doc Rivers was right for what he was doing. Now he did make the switch for Ben to play in the front court, playing the power forward in the center. However, it's still if foul him, will get free throw line. He's a liability at the free throw line. So I gotta, I carve things. I try to carve things down the middle. I really try to carve things down the middle. Like I don't try to sit there and put it off. But we have to look. So far it's looked to be that Ben Simmons was holding a lot of things up with his attitude. Now these guys are playing. They're having fun. Joel Embiid, is happy. He was happy last night running through the hallway. Happy for Maxi succeeding and everything. Maxi is out there. He feel like, man, I don't have no pressure on me. And plus, even if he did have pressure on him, he's not gonna let it get to him. That's just the type of player Maxi is, man. He's a wolf, man. He's a bull, man. Like this era right now, man, they trying to have everybody food. It's just like Porter Jr. last night playing against Steph Curry. He wasn't afraid of no Steph Curry, even though Steph Curry had put up 40. You know, but Doc didn't really need to respond. There's no point. Y'all are in a good place right now. Like, why sit here and listen to the bullshit and feed into the what the media is trying to do, and all of being reported by Ramona Shelburne, by the way. Meant to tell y'all that. He pretty much, man, he shot himself in his own foot. You know what I'm saying? You I've been over this time and time again. I've talked about this even before the season even started. I've already talked about Ben Simmons. And look, there's a lot of people that are, you know, they disagree with me on this situation. But now, look, it's proven my point right. And my whole point was is that you are a toxic cancer team. Your attitude alone is holding guys back. Now we'll see how far you get. How far they get in the playoffs now, but they're in great position right now. I mean, we are in third, and hey, that's not number one or nothing like that. But everybody expected us to not even be in the position that we were. They felt like if Ben Simmons didn't play, and with Maxey being acclimated in there, everything was gonna just all crumble and fall apart and everything. And that hasn't been the case. Do we have a lot to work on? Yeah. Am I not satisfied? I'm never satisfied, and that's how we have to maintain it. We can't get comfortable, and we always got to keep improving. We always got to keep getting better. But I mean, Joel has been doing good, but listen, every time he runs up against a good team, then he failed to capitalize. Like when he played against Charlotte, you know, failed to capitalize. But other than that, I mean, yeah, he's been doing his thing. But I guess it's because I always see it year after year. Okay, yeah, you do all this stuff in the regular season, and then next thing you know, now I will give Joel Embiid, I give him props and much respect for going out there and playing on the torn meniscus. But at the same token, hey, you made some ill-advised decisions last year too in the playoffs. And as a leader, you gotta be held accountable for that. Collectively as a team, we all play poorly, but you and Ben Simmons are accountable for that. And I know Ben Simmons, sometimes you couldn't rely on him in the fourth quarter because of the shooting woes and also the inefficient, the inability to knock down free throws and everything. But for real, it's a team game. But as a leader, in which they call Joel Embiid, he has to be held accountable for that. I give him just a slight pass, but not a bigger pass to be like, oh well, man, he was hurt or nothing like that. Nah, because you got out there and you chose to play, and you were playing on it. You've been playing on that torn meniscus. But this situation right here, I think everybody has washed their hands with it. And see, this is another thing too. He's sitting here. I'm talking about Ben Simmons now. Ben Simmons, and he wants to and blaming people for this and blaming people for that and everything. He was mad at Doc Rivers because he didn't come out to L.A. Um, and come and visit him when he was working out and all this other stuff after he had tried to reach out to him and stuff like that. Well, the team had tried to get a hold of you. Really, it was Danny Green, Thibault, Tobias Harris. Everybody had tried to reach out to you, but he was closer to Danny Green, and you chose not. You chose not to talk to anybody. That was on you. Everybody's trying to um, to do some sort of conflict conflict resolution, if you will, and then you sat up there and you pretty much denied everybody. So okay, that's on you. The ball is in your motherfucking court. Okay, I mean we're not talking about Spencer Dinwiddie though. I didn't say he wasn't gonna play. I just said the team is with him. They're still shopping for him. But I didn't say that he wasn't gonna play. Bradley Bill is not playing though, because Bradley Bill has an injury. He's gonna be out for a little bit. So we'll have to see how they respond in this situation. But yeah, he's still playing now. I mean, the deadline is in 9 days, man. But that's what's coming out of Washington right now. I'm talking about Doc Rivers. Bradley Bill had a wrist injury, man. And I'm talking about Doc Rivers, and you got to rewind the videos, man. But you also got to look at the title. This is about the Sixers. This is about Doc Rivers. This is about him responding to what Ben Simmons has said. I'm talking about the whole Ben Simmons and and Doc Rivers drama. But if you wanna get on the Washington, hey, we could get on the Washington right now. Um, yeah, he's not playing right now. Bradley Bill's not playing. He's got a wrist injury. Well, Doc pretty much had came out and finally responded, and he said that you know he he pretty much did not want to get involved in all of the drama and all of the mess, but he said that you know as a coach you got to make tough decisions. Some guys can handle it, some can't, and then also he was saying that Ben Simmons is a good kid and everything. But at the same token, Ben Simmons is mad because he's trying to play hardball because he felt like Joel Embiid had threw him under the bus, Doc Rivers had threw him under the bus, and wasn't didn't reach out for him when he was in LA. And basically, what I'm saying is that a lot of this Ben Simmons had kind of brought on himself. A lot of teammates have consistently tried to get a hold of him and tried to reach out to him and tried to, you know, make amends and you know have a resolution to all of the conflict. But Ben Simmons did not want to. It was Danny Green and it was Thibault and it was Tobias Harris. They all reached out to Ben Simmons when he was in LA working out, and he's mad because Doc Rivers did not respond to his text or something like that. He reached out to Doc Rivers and he didn't get any response and everything. And look, as a look now to Doc Rivers' defense, I can understand why he didn't get involved because now you're dealing with a situation where okay, we don't know what Ben Simmons is going to do in terms of okay, are you going to be here next year? And I guess he was trying to wait and see what the status was on if Ben Simmons was going to going to be at training camp or if he wasn't. Now he did show up, but he would come there like they showed on the video, he was you know being this disruptive and not wanting to participate, in film session and stuff like that, and that's detrimental to the team. That's like a cancer. That's that's toxic. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's trying to deal with that. Now the Sixers have moved on. We're winning, and I'm basically saying that why respond now? There's no reason to respond. We're winning right now. Why let the media, all the media is trying to do is just they're trying to stir up some more shit between Ben Simmons and Doc Rivers and Joel Embiid, because Joel Embiid is playing at an MVP level just like he was last year, and they're trying to mess up a good thing that we got going right now. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's playing with it. He's playing with his phone in his pocket. Does that show a guy that truly wants to play and truly wants to get better? No. And then you're talking about you got mental health issues and all this other stuff. I'm not going to get into that anymore. But mental health is nothing to mess around with. So for the most part, man, Ben Simmons, like I said, Ben Simmons has pretty much brought all of this on his own self. Now, I did say that Doc Rivers did, he is a little bit, of the blame in this, and Joel to a certain extent. But anybody that has been in a team, on a team, anybody that has played that has played ball before, you're gonna have drama. You're gonna have conflict. It's just it happens, man. There's nothing that you could do about it. Stuff like that takes place. You said they said all of this really motivating Ben Simmons to come back stronger. Hey, well, I mean, look, talk is cheap. If this is motivating him to come back, well, I mean, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to show people because listen, if you come back with the same game, you haven't developed your offensive game, you haven't shown any type of improvement in your offensive game, that's going to tell a lot of teams that you really haven't been working. You're saying that it's motivating him. I don't think he doesn't have really that type of mindset. He's acting like if you really had that type of mindset, what you would have did is you would have been like, you know what, fuck all the bullshit. Um, let's just talk about this. Let's get it out in the open, and move forward. And then you could have actually increased your value while you was out there playing. And then guess what? You still be playing, and then maybe get picked up by somebody else. But see, then you have another dilemma. You have the contract, and see the Sixers. They want a top caliber player for Ben Simmons. They don't want just some mediocre player for Ben Simmons because his contract, man. And do I think Ben Simmons is talented? Yeah, like I said, man. Ben Simmons is talented, man. It's no doubt. But you can have all the talent in the world, man. If you don't have no hard work, if you don't have no dedication, if you don't have no drive, if you don't have the that tenacity to want to get better and better each year, you're not gonna make it in the league. And then on top of that, look, all of these players that like Anthony Edwards and John Moran, LaMelo Ball, all these guys, man, they're playing like they got something to prove. And they've taken a big jump to their game in year two, year two and three, I should say. In Anthony Edwards' case and LaMelo Ball's case, year two. John Morant, year three. And whoever's saying that, oh yeah, this is motivate him, to come back. Hey, if he comes back, you know what I'm saying? Well now if you come back, now people are gonna want to see, okay, what have you worked on? What have you gotten better at? Pretty much, what have you done for me lately? But I'm out, y'all. Polo Sports talking. You said Sacramento's. Yeah, they're not. Nah, they're not interested in Ben Simmons no more. Nah, they've cut that off a long time ago. Matter of fact, they're trying to get, they were trying to get their hands on, like, Jeremy Grant. They want somebody that's gonna actually come out there, gonna work hard, no drama stuff. The guy that everybody's focused on is Jeremy Grant. You know, everybody's focused on what Jeremy Grant, and then there's a couple other people, notable names out there. I mentioned them earlier. Who's gonna come back with a 3 pointer? I mean, hey, we won't know that until you actually play in the NBA game. You could say that all you want to. You could do all that stuff on Instagram all you want to. Can you do it in the NBA game? And then more importantly, can you do that? It's not really even all about shooting the 3 pointer though. See, that's what you guys, y'all fail to realize. You think it's all about shooting the three, shooting the three, shooting the three. DeMar DeRozan, he shoots a mid range. Kyrie Irving, he shoots a mid range. Kevin Durant, he shoots a mid range. It's not. Can you knock down free throws in a crucial situation? Can you at least attempt the shot? You know what I'm saying? At least try. Giannis at least tries to shoot it. You won't even attempt it. You understand what I'm saying? you gotta at least try. Yeah, I'm talking about Ben, but I'm talking about in reference to Ben Simmons. I mean, come on, man. This. You've been in the league, what? Now you're going on almost 5 years, and you have yet to get better in your offensive repertoire. GMs and executives, they're looking at stuff like that. But y'all try to apply this stuff to NBA 2K and stuff like that, man. Nah, this is the real deal. This is a business. This is a business, man. It's a cutthroat business too. It's so cutthroat that they do the foul shit that they did to the great Jerry West, revoking his tickets. That's how cutthroat they are. They got some savages in this business. One minute they love you, the next minute they'll be ready to get rid of your ass. And that's the way the fans are too. And the fans are like, what have you done for me lately? And a lot of them, a lot of people in Philly, they're not thinking about no Ben Simmons. They want to see Tyrese Maxey. They want to see how he's evolving. But Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man, I appreciate everybody pulling up. Mojo Jojo, Jay Steves, man, Hip Hop TV. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications. I get at y'all later.